How do you do, fellow gamers? It's me, Skooks, your boy, your favorite, the only furry that you managed to put up with for more than 5 minutes, and our host with the most, our favorite guy, the number one true boy, true blue hero, Reckless Fox. Take it away.
Hey guys, Reckless Fox here, and yeah, I allowed Skooks to do the intro tonight, so there you go. Continue, Skooks.
Yeah, so pretty much it's just gonna be me and Reckless tonight. Everyone else is busy or they have to or at work, and
Or
well,
sick.
Bajimxenn. Right, sick as well. I mean, I'm kind of sick too, but I'll be fine. Bajimxenn should be joining us later tonight if you can, but other than that, it's just gonna be a two-man show.
Opening comment, shouts to Super Best Friends. Recently they disbanded. The Zaibatsu's over. I won't go into further details about that because if you haven't
Very
yet,
tragic.
it does suck. But in case y'all didn't know, myself and Bajimxenn did do a tribute video discussing what we loved about Super Best Friends, Matt, Pat, Wooly, and Liam. Talked about how their name, the name Scrub Lords with Pat and Wooly, not Pat and Wooly, Matt and Wooly inspired us to make the Scrub Club podcast or just Scrub Club Gaming as a whole. Just that name alone, and so I did give credit to Matt and Wooly for that. But yeah, it does suck. But I do wish for the best for all four of them. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But before we get started, some housekeeping rules tonight. As always, we do our stream live. We do our podcast live, and I'm gonna mute Skooks. Skooks is still echoing. Give me 1 second, Skooks. I'll let you. I'll unmute you in a minute. So as always, guys, we do our podcast live here on Twitch.tv/RecklessFox. We love you guys. We love the chat. So please be sure if you are in the chat, say hi, say what's up, say how you doing, and as always, you find us on SoundCloud. Now, if you feel as if you might ask us some questions that you might feel as if might be a dumb question, but we always say there's no such thing as a stupid question unless you ask it or unless you answer it with a dumb answer. You can then now and forever email us at ScrubClubGamingBookings@gmail.com. That is ScrubClubGamingBookings@gmail.com for any questions, comments, concerns, advice, and business inquiries. We're doing business with the indie folks. You want to find us? You can find us on Facebook and Twitter. Just type in Scrub Club Gaming and BAM! Scrub Club Gaming, all up in your home. Do not put us on incognito mode. Tumblr is dead and gone and buried, so you don't even have to do that to us. And you can always find us on a SoundCloud page, soundcloud.com/ScrubClubGaming, for all archived episodes of the Scrub Club Gaming podcast, as well as episodes of Scrub Club Cinema Presents, and Scrub Lounge, where we just talk about our daily lives and stuff like that. And if you haven't yet, be sure to follow us on our YouTube page. We're now putting up new episodes of the Scrub Club Gaming podcast on our YouTube page, all recent episodes. But unfortunately, we cannot be putting up previous episodes. But all previous episodes will be on SoundCloud. So please be sure to, go on SoundCloud, check SoundCloud out for us. Okay, do that for us. Now, you want to get to part of critique time? You want to get a hold of any of us? You can find the two of us right here. You can find me, Reckless Fox, on Twitter or Instagram at the Reckless_Fox. Find me on my YouTube page, Reckless_Fox, and you can find all my latest gaming content on Twitch.tv/RecklessFox. If I'm not holding it down in Southtown, Regent East, Howard flexing, Skooks, where can they find you?
Wait, I'm unmuted now?
Yes, you are.
Am I echoing?
No.
Okay, so you can find me at Lexington34 on Twitter, capital L0 for the O. I would plug my Tumblr, but Tumblr is a dying website. I mean, It's not dead yet by any such term, but it's just more unwieldy and people are leaving.
Alright. Well, that being said, Skooks, let the people know how your week has been so far, and I'll be right back. Go ahead.
Okay, so, well, my week has just been sick. Bad. Like, pretty much a very boring week. You catch a cold and you do nothing, but, I am actually working on this comic currently with my friend Evil Ray, and it's more of a story, and it's the misadventures of this girl named Tina and her life on the beach and with her friends. I'm honestly kind of excited for it, all things considered. It takes its time and it ain't easy, right? And that's for sure, but overall it's pretty fun, and I'm just glad it's coming along.
Alright then. And I think my week so far, it's been pretty good. I mean, I just finished my actual finals and stuff like that. Everything at campus is kind of like died down and stuff like. It's been pretty good to say the least, and I really haven't been enjoying myself. It's been great to know that I just finished my undergraduate, and overall, I am pretty blessed to know how far I've come in college.
And you got years ahead of you.
Exactly.
Years.
but yeah, and I think right now it's just trying to get my teaching credentials and stuff like that. That's just gonna be a pain in the butt because there's so much I gotta do. There's so much applications and stuff like that I've been filling out. Like,
yeah, wait, Reckless, can you send me all those applications and such?
Like, yeah, I'll send. One of them I know that you need to sign by yourself. You need to reapply to the college that we went to.
Alright, so you're going to that college for your master's?
Well, my teacher credential, I'm not going for a master's, but I'll let you know off stream. But other than that, yeah, and actually, the best part, I have two things. One, I did go see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Very good movie. You check out my review with Dagger Boy from Morphin Network. Shout out to Dagger Boy from Morphin Network. And I can hear myself echoing, by the way. It's not me, Skooks. I know for sure.
What?
It's not me. I know that for sure.
What the hell? Okay, here, let me fix this.
Okay.
I don't understand.
While you're doing that, I'll finish up. I got a brand new Sega Dreamcast.
How about now?
For $5. I can still hear it. I think every time I yell, that's when I can hear it echo.
I think so, because I lowered the input volume, and I have it to automatically detect sensitivity.
How about try lowering the sensitivity where you can't hear anything from the background?
Yeah, do you want me to set it to negative 100 decibels, or all the way negative to 0?
Probably go for 0 first, and then do 100. We're doing tech support live here on the podcast because you can't get any better than that. Alright, I think we're good. Skooks. While you're doing that, I'm just getting my food because I actually did order food while we were waiting and stuff. I am literally just picking out my food right now. Oh, okay. I'm like, what the heck did I just order? Oh, I remember how to make this. Anyways, so other than that, yeah, like I said, everything's been great. I got this new Sega Dreamcast for $5, brand new. I just asked for the console itself and not want the wires or the controllers. So I actually have the wires and the controllers. Next thing I need to do, I need to buy a HDMI port for the Sega Dreamcast. That way I can actually start streaming Sega Dreamcast games on my Sega Dreamcast. So I actually cannot wait to be doing that later on. But other than that, like I said, tonight is gonna be. I don't think we said this, but tonight will be our final stream of the year. So we're gonna be taking a break until the new year. So if you guys haven't yet didn't know that yet, well, you know now. So we will be taking a break after this podcast because we're gonna be spending time with our families, and Christmas Eve is this Monday, and we won't be back until the new year. So if you guys want, be sure to check out the rest of our archived episodes of the Scrubclubgaming podcast on SoundCloud and on YouTube as well. With all that out the way, let's get started. So, couple of opening things. We're gonna do some quick news real quick, but as I wait for Skooks to come back, a couple in case y'all did not know. Oh, I got some Thai tea too.
Hello.
Oh, what's up?
Okay, so I'm at 0. You can't hear me.
Yeah. Here, let me try something like this. So, real quick, before we get into it, let's get into some quick news. Before we get into what we're planning on doing for the holidays, let's get into some quick news. So, for those of y'all who don't know, I'm gonna read some of these. It's not Soldier Boy. In case y'all forgot who Soldier Boy was, Soldier Boy, y'all remember Crank That Soldier Boy. Y'all remember when he was talking crap about the internet and stuff like that. Y'all remember when Screw Attack back at 09 challenged Soldier Boy to Street Fighter 4, Gears of War, and Call of Duty, and he pussed out. Well, Soulja Boy recently made his own gaming console called the Soulja Gamer, and the Soulja Gaming Console, which it was nothing more than a bunch of ROMs. Well, Soulja Boy is about to face a federal lawsuit and might be spending time in jail because his new console is just nothing more than a bunch of ROMs and stuff. That's number one. Number two, apparently it's a sham because people who ordered the gaming console never got the console. So not only did you piss off some people from the gaming industry, you also pissed off some people who actually took the time to buy your stupid ass thing. But yeah, so do not buy the Soulja Gamer console because you potentially might get in trouble too. We did cover it a little bit in the last podcast, a couple of podcasts ago, but we ain't bringing it to light until recently, because not only that, Soulja Boy is also trying to make his own esports team, which sounds cool, but at the same time, it might not work because of the fact that, look, I understand that you're trying to make your own esports team, but at the same time, dude, you might face actual jail time for what you did. Like, there's a difference. Like, if you're trying to make like a Raspberry Pi and sell it off as a gaming console and stuff like that, that's understandable. But not only did you lie, but you also kind of bamboozled people out of their money to buy this thing. So I don't know how much that damn thing costs. I'll actually look it up real quick. But yeah, he's trying to make his own esports team. He's trying to launch it and stuff like that. And I'm like, bro, sit down first, okay? You were about to get in some massive trouble because of this whole Soulja Gamer console thingy. Like, chill out. Wait until the heat drops off you, and then try doing it. But don't try to do that, dude. That's just not right. And you might want to look at the people who are financing your Soulja Gamer console, because likely or not, they're the guys who are probably scamming people. And I actually seen what the Soulja Gamer console looks like. I kid you not. It looks like Skooks, I don't know if you go on Wish.com, but do you go on Wish.com or like ThinkGeek or something like that? Do you have one of those apps on your phone?
No, but it looks like a Wii U to me.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a Wii U. However, it's not a Wii U, and looks like if you ever go on Wish.com, there are people who sell these like portable gaming devices that look like PSPs. That's what it looks like.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I'm sorry. I'm eating while I'm doing the podcast. Honestly, this is a chill stream, so that's why I'm eating right now. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man suit is officially now available for free on the Marvel Spider-Man for PS4. So if you were one of the many people who were complaining and pretty much pissed off one of the community managers at Insomniac, because I saw the Twitter war that was going on between the guy from Insomniac and some of the fans who were being really pissy about why didn't they put Sam Raimi's Spider-Man suit in the game, then there you go. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's cool that it's finally in there, but honestly, I don't understand why people want that suit. I just don't. Do you know why, Skooks? Maybe I'm not seeing it through.
What suit?
The Sam Raimi Spider-Man suit, and how people were complaining about it.
Oh, I don't know. Just complain. I don't know. It's a lot of the suits in there for free.
Yeah, that it is in there for free. Unlike some people, like, I don't know, Bethesda. But we'll talk about Bethesda in a minute. Kingdom Hearts 3 videos got leaked. Also, the director had asked to not spoil the game when it comes out. So hopefully people do not spoil the game, like how they did with Star Wars. How people actually did not spoil Star Wars when it initially came out. They did the 2-week thing. So
I spoiled it.
So there you go. Capcom responds to the controversial issues about the in-game ads. Ono was actually the one who responded to it, saying that he has been hearing what people were saying, and he wants to help out as best as he can. I'll actually read what he said. Let me see if I can find it. We value and thank our community for providing feedback on the new sponsored content featured added to Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. this week. We will continue collecting everyone's feedback to consider how we can improve this new feature for players in the future. So I'm glad to see that Ono is stepping up, and I even said on my Twitter that, and I shout out to whoever wrote the Twitter thing on the ScrubClubgaming Twitter account. I have no problem with in-game ads, but had this have been done a few years ago, before the whole microtransactions started tripping out and stuff like that. But knowing how AAA developers are now, they're gonna abuse the hell out of it. And again, I understand that, you know, with Ono, with all due respect to Ono, like he's been put in a really tough spot when it comes to this thing. And again, as much as I want to bash on Capcom more, I'm not gonna bash on Ono. I think Ono just got put in a really crappy spot when it comes to this. What about you, Skooks? What do you think?
Yeah, it's really crappy they got stuck in. Could have been a lot better. Didn't know how they.
Alright then. What do you call it? Apparently the NES and Super NES classics are now going to be available for a limited time. They're running out in stocks for the NES and Super NES classics. So if you haven't yet, be sure to buy one. You can buy one on Amazon for like $80. The PlayStation Classics, becoming classic retro gaming consoles, is now getting discount prices. Some of them are averaging $50 discounts and $25 discounts. So if you can find a PlayStation Classic online for dirt cheap, grab it, because it's honestly not worth the $100, and you can easily hack the damn console and put more games into the system, getting rid of the PAL/NTSC dual-esque ROMs and put in the actual NTSC ROM versions of said PlayStation games, and that way you don't feel like you're being ripped off. Cage or Kage, depending on how you want to say it, Evil Ryu just got announced for Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. Skooks, you play the game more often than I do. I think it looks, his design looks like, I'm not a fan of Evil Ryu's design, or Cage as they like to call him. Is it called Kage or is it called Cage? I'm just gonna call it Cage because it sounds a lot more doper, and I honestly want to see Ryu versus Johnny Cage now. But what's your thoughts?
Well, it's Kage. Like, that's the design. Honestly, is cost. Hang on, let me. I wouldn't say it's bad.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Hello.
There you go.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right on my mouth. I don't think it's necessarily bad costume, but it's not evil Ryu. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand they're trying to go for the more like demon Oni approach to it.
Exactly, but it doesn't feel right. I guess it's because the whole so close. Because I do like how Ryu's headband's now like a scarf or something. You know, that's a nice character design to it, and I like the I mean, the story costume looks a little better, but still. The story costume has like long flowing hair and a red and black rope for a belt, like bands going on his arms. It looks better. It looks more like an active demon. Battle costume is Hindi-esque.
Yeah.
Spirit.
But like I said,
his main costume is just very, very weak. The art that they have the artist hash out again really bad, but they probably don't pay him a lot and they expect him to make a lot of art.
That's true, but like I said, I'm just gonna be super American. I'm just gonna call him Cage instead of Kage, because that's what I thought. I'm like, so you're calling Evil Ryu Cage? What's the hell are you doing? Like, is he supposed to be Johnny Cage from Mortal Kombat? Is he supposed to be Brian Cage from Lucha Underground and TNA? Like, what's going on? So I'm just gonna call him Cage because it sounds a lot more cooler. But even then, the design just does not look good, and I kind of wish they I'm okay with him being bare-chested, and I'm pretty sure you are too, Skooks. But I kind of, and like, I don't mind like Go ahead.
I personally prefer it would be more like his earlier designs. At the very least, like his gi is ripped open back.
Yeah, and it has like that giant like hole in his chest and stuff like that.
Exactly, a giant hole in his chest. I would his headband on his neck. I like
Yeah, that's actually a really interesting
his
design.
headband on his neck, his gi ripped open. He has that savagery in his eyes. He looks like completely Sato. So it's
You're breaking up a little bit.
It's still Ryu, but it doesn't look kind of ridiculous. I do like his story costume because I've seen the photos of it. I saw this statue that really sold me on it. It looks great. It reminds me a lot of what is that Aztec guy? I like you know who that character is.
You mean Nikale, or the dude who looks like Wolverine with dreadlocks?
Nikale.
Yeah.
Yes.
I call him Wolverine with dreadlocks.
Yes. I would think that would look good. I like the story costume, but if the main costume, one that they have him, it should look more like the original. It should honestly look more like the original versions and expand more on it instead of he's a demon like Oni. I guess it works for the difference between Oni and Kage is that with Akuma he was always kind of monstrous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He always looked like a monster. Even in his Street Fighter V version, he still looks monstrous. You know, like he already lost himself. So him turning into an actual demon makes sense. But for Ryu, we don't have that in between step. So,
no, I know exactly what you're saying. But other than that, yeah. So Cage or Kage, depending on how you want to say it, he's now officially out. So if you haven't yet, be sure to check him out. I think. If you have Arcade Edition, I'm pretty sure he's now available, or you can buy him with fight points that you earn throughout playing the game and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a new PlanetSide game coming out, PlanetSide Arena. We don't know when it's coming out, but it just got announced. This is coming from the I actually heard this from the Gaming Illuminati. Shout out to the Gaming Illuminati. Go check out their stuff on GamingIlluminati.com. They posted an article recently talking about the new game, PlanetSide 2, and the game is going to be launching January 29th. So if you haven't yet, be sure to check. If you're a fan of PlanetSide, check it out. It's going to be available next month. And I think that's about. Oh yeah, Steam Awards are now alive. By live, I mean they're now going on right now. So you nominate your favorite Steam games. Just do not nominate No Man's Sky. Bethesda's ripping people off again because they're trying to sell people Christmas/holiday costumes for your characters, and these costumes are running for like $15 to $20. So yeah, Bethesda once again can eat a dick. That's all I got to say about that. And last but not least, Sony may have accidentally revealed their players count. This is coming from Forbes magazines, and this was very interesting to say the least. So someone recently I think it may accidentally happened to Sony. Sony may have accidentally revealed their player counts throughout all their games, showing who their player counts for the games that are going on right now. So whether you're playing Shadows of the Tomb Raider and other games such as that, let me see. Yeah, let me see. I'm actually gonna look on Forbes magazine. So, Detroit Become Human. The players count is over 2.4 million. Deus Ex Mankind Divided is about 4 million. Dirt 4 is 745,000 people. Doom 2016 is almost 4 million. They're at 3.9 million players right now. F1 2017 is 996,000, and Fallout 76 has the lowest player count with just about 407,000. I'm not surprised. Again, Bethesda can eat it, and that's all I got to say about that. So, and that is all the news for the gaming throughout gaming. Also, on the movie part, because we don't really talk about movies that much anymore. The new Hellboy trailer just dropped. It looks pretty dope. My Hero Academia might be coming to Hulu with a new deal that some Funimation shows will be heading to Hulu with the semi-dub contract going on. And you can now purchase certain animes for free on the Microsoft Store. So My Hero Academia, Attack on Titan, Fairy Tail, you name it, they're probably going to have it. You can now find it on your local Microsoft Store on your Windows PC, or I think you could probably find it on Xbox One. There you have it. So that's all the news we have for today and for the rest of the week. It's been kind of a slow week. I mean, there's more, but honestly, I don't want to rage out. So we're going to keep it like that.
One.
It's the holiday season. I'm trying to be more positive, more festive. Drinking my Thai iced tea right now. But
Thai iced tea.
But yeah, the reason why I want to do this podcast is I'm like, you know what? We don't really do holiday podcasts. I mean, we do, but that's to let y'all know we're gonna be heading out. But we never really talk about the holiday season. And for those y'all who don't know, I love Christmas. I love the winter season because of the fall/winter season, because two of my favorite holidays fall during those times: Thanksgiving and Christmas. Thanksgiving because it is my excuse to eat as much as I want and go to sleep as early as I want. Christmas is because I am once again do the same thing, but I'm with my friends and family, and we're opening presents and just talking to one another. And for me, Christmas is my favorite time of the year because I can tell you so many great memories I've had for Christmas and stuff like that. But I'll say that. So Skooks, what's your favorite part about the holidays? Do you have any great Christmas memories? Whether you're with your family or with your friends or stuff like that. Do you have any great memories you want to talk to us about?
Well, I don't really have great memories. I know, like, years ago, I used to go to my aunt's place once and saw the family, and we were giving out presents and such. It was nice just to spend time together. But other than that, my Christmas have been very, very uneventful. You know, yeah, when I was younger, I would get everything. Now,
You're breaking up a little bit.
Now my Christmases are very uneventful. Yes, my mom gets gifts from students and everything. I love her. And my dad, my brother, and I don't really get anything, and I just frankly don't ask for gifts.
Well, yeah, you're an adult.
Exactly. I'm an adult. No fun allowed.
Now, if you had kids, then that'd be a different story.
Oh, of course.
I can tell you that from experience, because I know my mom don't really buy me gifts no more ever since my sister-in-law had her babies, which I understand. I'm 24 now. I shouldn't be expecting gifts, but I think that's the beauty part for me for Christmas. The beauty part about Christmas for me now, because I can tell you right now, I love getting gifts, but as I've gotten older, I'm okay with not getting gifts. As long as I'm with my family and stuff like that, I think that's what I really do enjoy. And I can tell you now, I have so many Christmas memories, you have no idea. I can actually, let me tell you all something. Alright, let me take y'all back to 2002. So, 2002, my brother accidentally fractured my wrist, and it sucked because it was during soccer season and I was the goalie, and I was 7 years old when that happened. When I had turned 8, it was pretty dope. So I had cousins come over. I had my cousins from different states coming over and stuff like that. It was cool. Like, I had some coming from Seattle, I had some coming from Vegas and stuff like that. And we would go over to my aunt's place the night before Christmas. So Christmas Eve and stuff. And we'd go over there and we would chill over there, right? And my brother, being the best Street Fighter player in the family until I learned how to actually play Street Fighter, we would always be playing with our cousins and stuff like that. And keep in mind, I was young. I still didn't understand combos or juggling or anything like that. So I would always get my butt handed to in Street Fighter. But I would always watch my brother just run hands on every single one of my cousins, just beating them senselessly in Street Fighter. And it was awesome. And it wasn't until when I got older, I would probably say it wasn't until I hit 15 or 16 years old where we actually started doing Christmas Eve parties at my grandmother's place, and I lived with my grandmother around the time, and I had my 360. it wasn't until then when my brother and I had bought Super Street Fighter 4 on a 360, and my cousins would all jam into my room, and we would just run hands on each other. And the funny thing is, my brother and I would always be the ones going at it, because it got to the point where my cousins was like, "Man, you niggas just too good, man. Like why y'all niggas playing?" And I'm like, "Hey, nigga, y'all should never have gone ham on me. Y'all know, like, to be the man, you got to beat the man." And fortunately, my brother and I are two men you gotta beat now. So those were always fun, just playing video games with my cousins. And then on Christmas Day, when we got our gifts and stuff like that, when I was a kid, I would tend to get Christmas gifts where I would have to go outside. Like, the one thing I love getting for Christmas, I would get a new bike. I can tell you now, I've gotten 2 bikes on Christmas. I got one when I was young, like super young, when I was like 7 or 8. And I was learning how to ride a bike again because I forgot how to ride a bike without training wheels. And then when I got my bike, when I was I asked for a new bike when I was like 12, 13 years old. And it was an old Fear Factor bike. Like, it was back in the day when Fear Factor was still around, and they had a Fear Factor designed bike. Unfortunately, I couldn't have it in my house because we were living in an apartment, my grandmother and I, around the time. So I would take that to my aunt's place. And so whenever I'm over at my aunt's place, my cousin and I would just ride bikes around the block. And we knew the kids around the block too. So those were always fun. Especially playing basketball during Christmas when my cousins came over. And we used to be playing like 15-minute games every single time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. And always the food. But Skooks, here's a question. What was your favorite gift getting on Christmas when you was a kid? Skooks.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Oh, okay.
I guess yes.
Put the mic closer to your mouth.
It literally is next to my mouth.
Oh, okay, cool.
My favorite gift was parents got us that. Well, they got us a bag that had a cardboard print, that had a piece of card picture pasted on it.
Jesus.
And then they actually gave me the real DS later. So, it was hilarious.
Actually, I have a similar story to that. I was 11 years old. I asked my mama for a PlayStation 2 for Christmas. Okay? And my mom put the PlayStation 2 in a Gap box. Like a box that said Gap on it, because Gap was still banging back in the day.
Right. I mean, it still is.
Yeah. And so, and keep in mind, that year for Christmas, we didn't have gifts under the tree. My mom brought the gifts to our apartment, right?
Aww.
And my brother, it was around the time my brother came home from college. My brother knew about it too. So, my mom comes over. It's like 8 in the morning, right? And she comes in with all the gifts, her and my stepmom, and we're opening gifts, right? And there's this big one with my name on it. I opened that, and I'm like, okay, this has to be the PlayStation 2. It has to be the PlayStation 2, right? And it just said Gap, and I'm like, okay.
You're getting sucks for Christmas.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. I need new clothes anyway. Even though I went to an elementary school where we wore uniforms the majority of the time. But you know what? I'm okay with this. I'm okay. I opened the box. It's a brand new PlayStation 2 Slim.
Hey. Nah.
With 2 controllers, with the memory card. I was living the dream. And then I realized I don't have games for this. I mean, I have a couple of old PlayStation games, which I was okay with. I just need to go buy a PlayStation memory card, which I did go. I bought a PlayStation memory card a month later, and I'll explain why. But then my brother came in. He's like, "Nah, dude, you got 2 new games right here." This was the first time I was introduced to GameFly.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, it's still around.
No, but this was back in the day where this is when GameFly was at its prime, in a sense where I told my grandmother about GameFly, and I told my mom and my brother about GameFly, because I'm like, look, I know you guys don't want me, I know you guys don't like buying me video games, and that's why I asked for an allowance and stuff like that. But GameFly is only what, $10 a month. Okay, you don't have to buy any video games for me, because I can just easily get the game, because you're sort of renting it, and if I like this game, I will write it down on my list of games that I want to go get, and I can send this back. That's how I looked at GameFly. GameFly, in a sense, for me, was I really like this game, I want to buy it, I'm gonna write it down, I'm gonna send it back, because these are the games I really want. And I can go buy them later on when I get an actual more money from my allowance. Because I would save up my money. Exactly. And I got Soul Calibur 3 and SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 that year. Then later on, like when 2006 came around, because we're rolling to the new year, I got multiple games. I went to Game Crazy. I don't know if y'all, to y'all who's listening to this on SoundCloud and on YouTube, if y'all never heard of Game Crazy was...
I never heard of him.
Yeah, Game Crazy was Hollywood Video's answer to like GameStop and EB Games. So if you did not want to rent games at Hollywood Video, or if you did rent a game at Hollywood Video and you really liked it and you want to actually purchase the game, Game Crazy was right next door. I bought 4 or 5 games on the PlayStation 2, one of them being Ultimate Spider-Man. And I bought a PlayStation memory card, because this is around the time where I was playing Xenogears for the PlayStation, and I need a memory card for that. And that was one of my favorite memories. And I remember because I spent an entire night beating Ultimate Spider-Man. It took me 2 nights to beat that game. And I didn't go to sleep until like 3, 4 in the morning until I beat that game. So that was a really easy memory for me to know. But you go ahead, Skooks. What else? What was another gift that you really enjoyed getting?
I normally really don't have gifts that I'm really enjoying getting. You know what I'm saying? Most of my life is really depressing.
Okay, so should I just...
I don't have a lot of, it's not like, or like, I'm just depressing. So I don't really have any great gift memories, but you talking about Ultimate Spider-Man, first time, Wario World?
You're breaking up, go ahead, say it one more time.
You talking about Ultimate Spider-Man reminds me of my first time playing Wario World.
Oh yeah, Wario World was so wait, was that Wario World on the GameCube, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that game was fire! Oh my god.
I always Wario World.
Honestly, I think that game is better than Mario Sunshine.
I like I need to go back to Sunshine because I still have it, but I just really love. It's just a classic beat 'em up. It's just so good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, I got one then. Hold up. I'm gonna take you back to 2000. I'm going back to 2002 when I fractured my wrist that year.
It's taking us back to the past.
Yes. I got 2 big gifts.
Childhood games didn't.
I got 2 big things that I got that year. So I really, really wanted a Game Boy Advance. Okay, so I had the OG Game Boy. Okay, and I was playing Tetris, and I used to play Super Mario Land on that damn thing all the time. Okay, but I really wanted a Game Boy Advance. The reason why, it was not because of Super Mario World Advance. I wanted Metroid Fusion. Because it was around the time Metroid Prime came out, and I didn't ask for a GameCube. I didn't want a GameCube until a year later. I wanted Metroid Fusion because it looked really dope, and Samus reminded me of a Power Ranger. That's the reason why I wanted to get Metroid Fusion. That, and I used to watch it was around the time where G4 was at its prime, and there were a lot of really good games coming out on the Game Boy Advance. And I did say I would like an Xbox at one point, but I wasn't really counting on getting an Xbox. I'm like, I really want an Xbox. So after my birthday, I had turned 8 and stuff like that. I think a few days before Christmas Eve, I went to my aunt's place, and because during the month of December, her son and myself, we're 5 years apart. So I'm 24, my cousin just turned 29. She's like, "Hey boy, come here." It's like, "Happy birthday." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. Like, thanks, auntie," right? And because she would always give me things like it would give me gift cards or even toys and stuff like that. She got me a brand new black Game Boy Advance with a copy of Metroid Prime. I was so happy, dude. Like, I got that, and I got Aero the Acrobat, because Aero the Acrobat was another game I really, really wanted. Even though the game was on, like, the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, but I never got the chance to play them on there. But they had remastered Aero the Acrobat on Game Boy Advance, and I really want that game, and I was really happy to get it. That, and there was this game back in the day, I can't remember, it wasn't called Star Fox, it was this Star Fox-esque game that came out on the Game Boy Advance that played and looked like Star Fox. And that was one reason why I wanted to get the thing, because I remember that year I went to Detroit for our family reunion, and it was back in the day where the hotels would have like plug-in video game consoles, and the hotel we stayed in, it had the plug-in console for the Nintendo 64. And I remember playing Star Fox 64, and I loved the hell out of that game.
Right.
So I want this game on the Game Boy Advance, but I also want Metroid Fusion, and I want Aero the Acrobat. So I got that. Now, a few days later, I got a few other really cool things. I was big on Power Rangers Time Force, and my brother had bought me the blue and green Time Force Rangers with their Battleizers. Even though they didn't have a Battleizer in the show, they had Battleizer toys for them. He also bought me a Zoids figurine, where like you had to like put it together and stuff like that. It was the Elephant Zoid, because I was really into Zoids back in the day. I think it was a Zoid Zero Century or something like that, where you had the Bit Cloud and the Liger Zero and stuff like that.
Right.
And he got me that for Christmas. And then the biggest surprise of them all, and I think my aunt does. My other aunt has all the pictures from Christmas of 2002. They took a picture of me opening up my gift, because I thought I was done. Like, I got the stuff I wanted. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm all right, right? And my mama was like, "Nah, boy, you got one more gift right there, the big one. Look at that one." I'm like, "What's it? What is it?" Like, go open it and find out, right? My grandmother had said that. My grandmother was like, "Open it, boy, and find out." I'm like, "Okay." And so I opened it. It was a brand new Xbox, the OG Xbox. And my face was like, "What?" Like, I didn't ask for it. I mean, I said I wanted one, like, and that was like back in June. And we're in December. And I'm like, "Oh my god." Like, I was so surprised. I loved it. And I got there was an X-Men game that came out that year, X-Men Next Dimension, which honestly is a real sleeper. Like, I think that game is actually pretty decent. I also got Blinks the Time Sweeper with the stupid cat, like, trying to fix time and stuff. It's a really dumb game. I also got Crash Bandicoot The Wrath of Cortex, Ty the Tasmania Tiger, and there was one more game I did get. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Right.
Oh, NASCAR Heat. Because I remember I wanted to get NASCAR Thunder, because the one thing I loved doing in NASCAR games was to crash the other cars. Like, I would personally go the wrong way and just get hit by like multiple cars. But yeah, that was my Christmas of 2002. Unfortunately, in 2003, I traded in my Xbox because I got sick and tired of it.
Wow.
And I got a Nintendo GameCube, and I got the GameCube bundle where it came with Legend of Zelda, the Legend of Zelda collection, where it had Legend of Zelda, the first one, to Legend of Zelda Link's Adventure, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and then the 20-minute demo to Wind Waker. It didn't have a Link to the Past for some reason, but it's whatever.
Right.
But yeah, and I also got Super Smash Bros. Melee and Beautiful Joe. And then 2 days later, I got Mario Kart Double Dash for my actual Christmas. But yeah, those were some good memories. And then the following year was really cool because I got Sonic Heroes. Well, that year I had gotten Sonic Heroes, and Sonic Heroes to this day is still my favorite 3D Sonic game. Like I have fought people tooth and nail about why I think Sonic Heroes is, in my opinion, the best 3D Sonic game of that time, because Adventure and Adventure 2 are good, but honestly, they did not age well at all. And the only thing that Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 had going for it is the freaking soundtrack. That's about it.
No, hang on. No, Adventure and Adventure 2 are still good.
I mean, I want you to say that again and play Sonic Adventure 1. And
Sonic Adventure 1 it's harder to get into 1 because it's the beginning one. Its controls are slippery, but it's
controls are ass. Go ahead, say it.
The controls are slippery because working through the kink. Adventure 1 and 2 are still pretty good. Sonic Adventure Battle, the remake of 2, is a little better. But it's when they got around like Sonic Heroes when it started dipping.
See, I disagree. I think Sonic Heroes, that's where you did see the 3D animation get a lot better.
It did. The animation got better. Well, like gameplay wise, the animation got better. Adventure 1 had a lot of problems. The animation wasn't good. Open world was boring as hell.
Oh yeah, I forgot that game. The game was open. I don't know how I could forget. I played Sonic Heroes.
It was that boring. That's the only why it was that boring.
Except that damn Mystic Ruins song.
Yeah, Mystic.
You know the one where you would actually legit bang your girl to it.
Right.
I shout out to Matt from Super Best Friends because he's like, I made love to a ton of women to this song. And I'm like, I would too.
I mean, the Pumpkin Hill is a banger.
There are a lot of bangers in Sonic.
Yeah, it's good music. People could talk smack about it, but Sonic has consistently great music. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard all the Japanese Sonic? The Japanese Sonic CD album? It's so good. Sonic CD Japanese track is so damn good. It's better than American.
I would say this. I've listened to I would say this. I played Sonic CD for the first time a couple of years ago. I would easily say the Japanese soundtrack and the English soundtrack both sound very good. But I do prefer the Japanese soundtrack because the Japanese soundtrack had a lot of good bangers, like especially when you fight Eggman. It has like a really dope rap song to it, and
it's a New Jack and Reckless thing with the rap part and everything. It's because it's all New Jack Swing.
Who tells New Jack Swing?
New Jack Swing is the hip hop style music that was around in the 90s. Like
Oh, okay.
Exactly. That's what it was based on. New Jack's popular in Japan, so people picked it up over here. It came from here and it got popular.
Okay, I can understand now. But another thing was shit, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, we're talking about Sonic. I'm eating while doing the podcast at this point, Jesus Christ. I would also say that one of the cool things was when you die in Sonic CD when it's game over, instead of like the torturous music like do or something like that, in the Japanese version it's like back to starting over, do. And it sounded like Japan got like Bobby Brown on cocaine to do that, like back to starting over, do. And I'm like, Nigga, did they get coked out Bobby Brown to help with the soundtrack? What the hell is going on?
That's good though.
Work that sucker to death. Come on now, work that sucker to death. Work that sucker to death. Come on now, work that sucker to death.
That's what I tell my girl. Oh my god. Anyways, but okay. Skooks,
She calls your ass. She calls you Sonic, and then you take it as a compliment.
Screw you. Screw you. You ruined my joke. Alright, here's a question. Alright, Skooks. Here's a question.
Yes.
Were there any type of games you would play with your family, like video games or board games that you remember?
Not video.
I love board games.
What was that? You know that Harry Potter game that had like the DVD?
No, I don't.
It's like that trivia thing or something.
Oh, Trivia Pursuit.
No, I think. But like they had like a DVD.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
It was Trivial Pursuit.
I think so. I don't remember.
It was something like that, but I love playing with. Wow. You know, it was just really. But yeah, not me and my family usually didn't play with each other. You know, especially not me and my brother, 'cause he just hates playing video games.
Damn,
Like,
dude.
No, it's because I was kicking his ass in a lot of games. You know, I wasn't a good. He was worse than other people. You get pissed off and he quit.
I would say this: if there's one, I will always say this. I was always a sore loser when it came to playing my brother in Street Fighter. It wasn't until 1 year.
And
I
now
can
you're
tell
a
you.
sore winner.
Oh no, I can tell you right now. It wasn't until 1 year. This is not Christmas related, but it was the summer of 07. My brother and I, the Street Fighter game that we would play a lot was Street Fighter Alpha 2 Gold. Alpha 2 Gold is probably the best port of Street Fighter Alpha 2. I'll fight anyone on that. My brother was really good with Shin Akuma, and I'm good with Ken. And I found a way to how to beat him, but the thing is, I had to drown him out. So I put on headphones and I play music that I really like, right?
Right.
And we made a wager where if I couldn't beat him, I would not play the game for 2 weeks.
Right.
Meaning, because Street Fighter was the game I would play all summer, the majority of the time. Yes, it like playing Street Fighter was like my second Bible. Okay, so it was best 3 to 5 in the game. We're not like it was 3 rounds out of 5.
Right.
Okay, and we were at sudden death, like final round fight, right?
Right.
My brother made one mistake. No, my brother was about to kill me, right? Like we're both at like inches away from dying. I accidentally, because they're in the alpha, there's a thing called the alpha counters, where it's kind of like the parry and you hit someone you get an automatic hit from someone.
Right.
I did an alpha counter accidentally into a Shoryuken and beat my brother. I felt like, dude, I was on top of the world when I did that too. Like I started crying. I felt like I just won the Olympics.
Because you managed to beat him at the final hit, that turnaround.
It was
the best kind of turnaround.
I pulled a Daigo before I even knew about Daigo / Justin Wong.
Exactly, it was that perfect little hit, that perfect turn. It's the greatest feelings in the world.
And ever since then, I honestly can't capture that magic again because I've got my brother and we're now on equal playing grounds. Like if you bring us a copy of Street Fighter 4, my brother and I can go back and forth. And the thing is, I don't even have to use Ken no more. Cody is my main in Street Fighter 4, and his main is still Ken. So we would always do best 3 out of 5, and it got to the point where one Christmas when my brother came over, we legit just kept winning, like against each other. We would always go to final round, and it would just be either me or him always winning. Granted, he got like, so I win the first set, he win the second set, I win the third, he win the fourth. I would always be down by 1 point. Like, he would beat me like 3 times, I only beat him twice.
Yeah,
But I was okay with that. Like, as long as I got to the final round of our match, I was okay.
Right.
And I think it got to the point where my brother's like, I think we should stop playing this game. I think at this point we're both dead even on how we beat each other, and we know how we both play now. I'm like, yeah. Until next time. And that never happened because we both play Street Fighter 5 and Street Fighter 5 sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, those were good memories when it comes to Christmas. Just playing Street Fighter with my brother. And then I think I remember we played Smash Brothers one year. I had all 4 controllers for Smash, and I had all my cousins come over, and we would always just play Smash.
Right.
This is before I realized how toxic the Smash community was, because I was still a baby.
A little boy, a child, brought into the toxic community.
Unintentionally. Don't get me wrong, I never got salty when I lost. But I treated it like a party game. I didn't even know about turning off items until later on.
I just honestly always liked turning off items. It just felt kind of cheap.
But yeah. So, that's pretty much all my memories and stuff like that. And I think that's pretty much it for the podcast. I mean, I have some more. Like, my family and I remember one year we played Sorry for the first time. I don't think I ever heard my mom get so angry at my aunt.
Sorry, bitch.
That's Funny thing is, Skooks, that's exactly how she said it. That's exactly how she said it.
Wow.
She's like, sorry, bitch. I'm like, Mom, Jesus Christ.
I mean, I don't blame her. I would feel that angry too.
Like, dude, like, again, playing board games with my mom and my aunts and stuff like that, it can bring up some of the best and probably the worst parts of Christmas, because they always cussing each other out playing board games and stuff like that. Now, there have been years where I've had, like, lackluster Christmases, but overall, I can count many more great memories of Christmas than I can bad. But that's just me.
I get you.
And honestly, I think that's it for the podcast. I mean, I wish we had Skooks. I mean, not Skooks. You're here. I wish we had.
Here in spirit.
I wish we had Xforce, Cece, Gen, GC, Exile, and Bajimxenn, but I know they're all at work or they're sick.
Yeah, I wish everyone was here. Great.
I think, you know what? This might be good for a Scrub Lounge episode.
Yeah,
Maybe.
might as well.
So we're not gonna say we're gonna be doing a Scrub Lounge episode, but it might be in the works. So
Well, this would be the Scrub Lounge episode. It's finally a Scrub Lounge episode between me and you.
Well, then we had to be like the Scrub Club / Scrub Lounge episode.
Yeah,
because we did not know what the hell it was supposed to be.
It was supposed to be a Scrub Club, and we started off at that, but really it's a Scrub. A Scrub Lounge with news.
Okay, I'll word the title later on.
Yeah. We'll just call it Casual Scrub.
Well, the casual show. We'll call it the casual show. Oh, don't worry, I'll think about it in editing. But
yeah,
that's about it, guys. Thank you very much. This has been episode 57 of the Scrubclubgaming Podcast. Thank you guys very much. It's been a real chill episode, to say the least, because we didn't have everyone, and honestly, I didn't want to talk about a lot of news. Y'all already covered it. But hopefully you guys have a great holiday season. Hopefully you guys have a great Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever the hell you be celebrating. And hopefully y'all do well. Go into the new year with a level head. So with all that being said, Skooks, what is your closing statement for the final episode of 2018 of the Scrubclubgaming Podcast? Go.
I started in August. What month did I start?
You start. Well, no, you were with us since January of last year.
That's right. It's almost a year. What a damn good year it's been.
Right. And my closing comment for this year, the final episode of the year, is been great. 1 year ago, myself and GC had a dream of starting our own podcast. Bajimxenn was in support, and we started with about 5 of us: myself, Bajimxenn, GC, Xforce, and Cece Animates. Then over the course of a year, we've had Genpink and yourself, Skooks, and Exile Oreo when that light-skinned head nigga finally comes back. But and then of course we've had guests on our show, which was something I didn't think was gonna happen so early. We've had our boy Boom, who always shows support. We've had our artist Justin Brown come, or JB Brown come in. We've had Dagger Boy from Morphin Network come in. We've also had your boy Evil Ray or Evil Zod, General Evil Zod.
Yeah,
come
the
in.
Mighty Zod and the Evil Ray.
Mighty Zod and Evil Ray, they've come in, and we have Boken Kabuto come in. Honestly, this has been a really good year, and we hit 50 followers here on 50 followers on our SoundCloud page, and we managed to represent at E3, myself and GC. So this has been a very eventful year, to say the least. We've all represented somehow going to conventions. You and me, we went to Long Beach Comic Expo back in February, representing us and Name Redacted. Then GC and I represented the squad going to E3. Cece and I represented the squad when we went to San Diego Comic-Con. Myself and GC went to freaking what do you call it? Evo, and then Genpink and I partied it up at Power Morphicon. Both got drunk and represented both us and Morphin Network, and went to LA Comic Con as well. This has been a really eventful year, to say the least, for the ScrubClub Gaming Podcast. Thank you guys very much for always tuning in. Whether you drop in and see what the hell's going on, you're like, this is too damn nerdy for me, and drop out, or you've genuinely had a lot of questions when it comes to what we talk about and stuff. And all I have to say is get ready for 2019. ScrubClub versus the world. That's all I got to say about that. We're going to be taking over. We're going to be going to a lot more conventions. Whether I'm going by myself or people are coming with me. I know Jen and I are supposed to be going to Pasadena Comic Con next month. And I'm going to be going to SoCal Retro Gaming Expo as well. GC and myself, and hopefully some of y'all are going to E3. Are you going to try to go to E3 with us, Skooks?
I could try.
Okay. Let GC know, because we got homies. That's all I got to say about that. But yeah, and then of course I'm trying to go back to Comic-Con. I might compete again at Evo. I'm gonna compete in Windjammers, obviously. And yeah, we're gonna be doing the best we can to start marketing. And we're gonna start trying to get more people on here. So if you would like to be a guest on the ScrubClub podcast at some point, hit us up. Let us know. And with that, and I can segue into telling you to email us at ScrubClubgamingbookers@gmail.com. That's ScrubClubgamingbookers@gmail.com. For any questions, comments, concerns, advice, and business inquiries, love doing business with indie folks. You want to find us? You can find us on Facebook and Twitter. Just type in ScrubClub Gaming. Bam! ScrubClub Gaming, all up in your home. Don't put us on incognito mode. Tumblr's dead. Move on. Let it go.
It's died.
And you can find us. You can find all our recent video podcast episodes on our YouTube page, ScrubClub Gaming. And you can always find us on SoundCloud.com/ScrubClubGaming. That's SoundCloud.com/ScrubClubGaming for previous archived episodes of the ScrubClub Gaming Podcast, as well as the Scrub Lounge, and ScrubClub Cinema Presents. You want to get a hold of us? You want some private critique time? You find me on Twitter and Instagram at @TheReckless_Fox. You find me on my YouTube page, Reckless_Fox. And you can always find my latest content on twitch.tv/Reckless_Fox. If I'm not holding it down, the South Tower region, Geese Howard flexing. Skooks, where can they find you?
You can find me at Lexington34 on capital L040.
On Twitter?
Yes.
Yeah, because Tumblr's dead.
Wait, Lexington34. 040. Yes, exactly that. Find me on Twitter. I'm trying to keep it safe for work really hard.
Oh my god. And as always, you
I
can
don't want to make another Twitter. I already got like Twitters on my app I can't handle 4.
Oh my god. And you can also find the rest of the squad. You can find our boy Bajimxenn at Twitter at Bajimxenn, BAJIMXENN. And you can find him on his Instagram as well. And you can find him on his Twitch page, which he's gonna be trying to bring back up next year. You can find our boy Xforce Gamer at twitch.tv/XforceGamer88. You can find our boy GC, or second in command, at Mr. Godchild15 on YouTube, and you can find him at Godchild_15 on Tumblr and not Tumblr, on Twitter and Instagram. And you can find it on twitch.tv/Godchild15. You can also find our boy Exile Oreo on PSN at Exile Oreo and Twitter at Gabe Off the Set. Be sure to let him know how much of a light skinned head ass nigga he is. And you can find our girl Genpink on Instagram at Jen Messina. And you can find our girl Cece Animates on YouTube at Cece Animates, twitch.tv/CV Animations, Twitter at Cece The Sands, and you can find her on Instagram at Cece Animates. But until then, guys, I think I got everyone. Yeah, I got everyone. Until then, guys, Happy New Year from the Scrub Gaming Podcast. Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, all that jazz. And we will see you in 2019. Until then, guys, for one final time in 2018, I bid you all adieu. Peace out, bless up, keep up working things $20 or less. Goodbye, mwah, and good night. Bang! Deuces! Happy holidays, guys!